What's up internet, Kevin here with TLD. Now back on November 15th, a lot of games all came out around the same time, and it was also right in the middle of tons of huge releases, so regrettably I was not able to play as many games as I wanted to as fast as I could. So I'm doing just a little bit of catch up right now, and to begin with I'm going with Saints Row the Third, which is one of the raunchiest, filthiest, most dirty games I've ever played, and in a good way. The game has decided to take the Sandbox style gameplay made popular by the other Saints Row titles and the Grand Theft Auto series, but just make it as utterly ridiculous as possible. Players are able to perform a whole range of activities in Sandbox, ranging from the standard stealing cars, flying helicopters, to things like calling down orbital strikes on rival gangs or beating people to death with dildos. The game seems to make it a point of making sure that nothing in it can be taken seriously at all. It's one of the finest examples of how a game can be fun to play purely for the sake of comedy and not actual substance. Once again, players take on the role of the leader of the 3rd Street Saints, who is completely customizable. And this is actually one of the game's biggest shining points, is that the character customization system is ridiculous. It even puts most modern RPG games to shame in terms of the sheer amount of customization available for the main character. Now, one of the reasons why this works so well is because the game uses sort of a borderline cartoony art style, which allows even normal characters or utterly ridiculous looking characters to still all look like they fit in the game. Players are able to choose their character's gender, their personality, and have a large amount of control over their appearance, ranging from body frame to individual facial features. And even after you're done with initial character customization, you have a large variety of even more options, such as picking what type of clothes you wear or what kind of car you drive. Or you can be like me and just run around like a giant pink cat at all times. Now, as far as the actual gameplay is concerned, it uses a very similar style to what we've seen in other Sandbox games, allowing players to make use of a variety of weapons that they can use to just cause mayhem wherever they go, ranging from pistols, SMGs, assault rifles, shotguns, to more specialized weapons like rocket launchers or sniper rifle, or even an orbital strike launcher. The game has also decided to go with the now modern standard of a regenerative health model, meaning that players are able to survive the most ridiculous combat situations by just running away and hiding. But even then, your character usually feels so overpowered compared to most of your enemies that you don't even take the safe route. It's not so much that the game is easy, it's more of the fact that it sort of inspires you to want to be as risky and ridiculous in your combat tactics as possible. Now, as far as actual mission structure goes, the game offers a very large variety of activities that are unlocked as you complete the main missions, some of which are fairly standard and others of which are completely ridiculous, ranging from things like acting as a bodyguard, causing as much destruction as you can with a tank, driving as fast as you can with a tiger in the car, or even just running into open traffic and take as much damage as you can using ragdoll physics. Now, for completing these missions and activities, players will be able to gain both respect and cash. Respect is basically now used as a form of leveling system. The more respect you gain, the higher your level goes, and being a higher level allows you to unlock new abilities that you can purchase. For instance, things like increased health or being able to dual wield pistols or SMGs. As for the actual cash portion, you can use that to purchase these abilities, or a wide variety of other things like upgrading your guns, getting new suits, or even purchasing new property to increase your hourly income. Now honestly, when it comes down to it though, the main reason to play this game has less to do with its core gameplay or its mission structure, and more to do with its overall sense of humor. The game itself is just utterly hilarious to play through the entire way, especially thanks to great characterization and dialogue. It's not so much the overall plot that you get excited for, it's just wanting to see the next cutscene just to see what hilarious little jokes or quips they're going to come up with. Or even just to unlock more ridiculous items to use in free roam, like the giant purple dildo. Overall, Saints Row is a dirty, filthy, hilarious game, not meant for the more prudish gamers and especially not for kids. The game does an excellent job of being an easy-to-pick-up sandbox experience, with a main storyline that draws most of its strength not from its epic narrative, but from its dialogue that is not only hilarious, but also keeps the player engaged. I recommend Saints Row the Third to anyone looking for a fun game to pick up and play as a side distraction, and wanting something a little more lighthearted and comedic rather than the more serious adventures we've been seeing a lot more often these days. As always guys, thanks for watching our vids. If you want to be extra awesome, make sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't gotten a chance yet, check out our latest 2 vids, and I'll see you guys next time.